In part 3 of this video related to the scoring of a session in multiple sections, we'll just look at some various miscellaneous things that that happen during this process. Okay, so we've just closed Compass. I'm now going to open up and look at the results for session 2 again. So comes up here. We're going to look at section 1 of session 2, so double click that, and here up it comes. There's session 2 and so on. Okay, so all that's okay. We can I've already entered the hand records for each of these sessions. Actually, you only have to enter it once, of course. So this is the hand records for the session 2. I've entered the file there and recorded that. Yep, that's okay. Of course, I don't have to do it for the other section because it's exactly the same. So it uses the same result hand record file for both sections, obviously. So that's that. We can have a look at the handset result. So that's as a text file. We can create a text file that includes all the files related to the result of this session. If we select View Results in Notepad and then select the Session Details option, then at the moment we're going to include those files there, but let's say we want to also include the personal score sheet, so we can zip that. I clicked all, so everything is going to be now included in the text file. Actually, I don't want the handicap result because there is no handicap, so I'll select that and shoot that to the left hand side, and so all those things will be included. So now we create the session file. So now that's done. We now got the text file for this section, actually section 201. It's not that useful really, because it's maybe better to generate this at a later stage, and I'll show you how to do that. One interesting thing is that we do have the analysis down here. So we've got the analysis just analyzes the type of hands or the point count of the hands that were played in the session. So for each of the players, north, south, and east, west, and then the combination of north, south, and east, west. And then this it analyzes by player how many contracts they played and how many they made, whether they're part score game or slam, whether they're doubled or redoubled, and then the number of top boards that each of these players were fortunate to score. So here we've got 3 tops for Win Atkins, and in this case we've got 5 bottoms for Chris Andrews. And then on the far right we've got the percentage attributed to each of these players. So in this case Win contributed to, they got a total score of 59.5%, and as declarer Win scored 17.5%, Jan as declarer scored 11.9%, and then as defenders this pair scored 30.1%. So a little bit of interesting trivia you can see for each of these sessions. Anyway, that's a little by the by. So we'll look at the overall tournament result again. So we'll exit from there and we'll calculate the tournament result. And here now, conveniently, of course, it just shows you the recent files that have been created, but usually you'll have a list that looks like that, but you can show all tournament files if you wish, which is rather confusing of course, but you can actually narrow the list down. If you notice the BOSC pairs, you can type in BOSC here and it does limit the list a little, not much but a little. But if you need to, well, that option is available. We can show sections only. We can score across sections from this tournament page, but we normally do that from the results page as we did a little earlier. But you can score across sessions from this page here as well. So you just click the 2 or 3 or however many sections that you want to score across the field, and then click that button, and the result will be calculated across the field. Okay, so what we really want to look at is I'm going to show recent dates, and take that BOSC out of there. And so now we've got a short list, so we'll select that and add sessions together. Now here's an interesting comment here. Now it says that beware, David and Joan weren't found in session 1, and so check the names in the entries. So if we click that, we've got the factor thing again. Now we usually see them at the bottom, so we've got David and Joan at the bottom here, so their names were recorded in session 1, but then we've got them in session 2 as unknown and Joan. So obviously there's been a mistake with entering the names for session 2 for David, so we should really go back and correct that so that we can get an accurate overall result. So if let's go exit from there and go back to this one here, that's the problem. So session 2, section 2, so actually it opens both sections of session 2, so we've got the blue. And if we go names, here we can see unknown and Joan is recorded in the result there. So we go names, whatever, worry about that. And so here we've got unknown and David. So David's been, his number is incorrect. So okay, we'll select the NZ bridge file number, and we'll look for David Edson is his name, so EDSON, and there he is. So you select him. Now his name is being recorded correctly. So we go to scores entry. Now we do have to scroll across the field again just to record his correct name in the overall result. So we just click that again, and now we exit and go back to the tournament scoring, and quickly do that, and okay, and now that error message regarding Joan and David has now disappeared, and now we've got the overall result, and they should be somewhere here. They are here, so they came 10th in fact. So sometimes if the players' names have been recorded incorrectly on the bridge mates, then you may have to come in here or go into the session and correct the names. Okay, so now we will look at generating the overall result for the tournament. We'll look at creating the text file for the overall result for a tournament. So if we view results in Notepad and tournament details, then all of these different files will be included in the one humongous text file that can be uploaded to the website. So this is not a restricted result, so we'll take that out, and it is not a restricted result for session 2, so we'll take that out, and now we'll create the file. And now we have got the file, so we've got the overall result, session 1, and oops, I just pressed the delete button. I should have done that. I wanted to press page down, so now we've got the travelling score sheets for session 1, and then the personal score sheets for both section 1 and section 2. Now we should get into the section 2, so we've got the orange and the blue. We've got the players there for each of the orange and the blue sections, and then the players' names, and then the results for the session 2, and then the personal score sheets for the session 2. So that's the overall text file that includes all the information related to the entire tournament. So that can be then copied and uploaded to the website. So I'll close that, save it. We can look at the print options and the tournament, the prize giving list. So we just, how many copies? 1, and there are 5 main prizes, let's say. And now this will come up because I've got it set up to come up in PDF. It'll come up here in a second. So here we've got the overall prizes for 1st through to 5th, and then the session prizes for each of the sections. So these are the winners of each section within each session. So we've got North-South and East-West for session 1, and then we have got we've got the well, for the second section we've actually got 2 sort of winners, if you like. Not winners, we've got 2 placings because we gave 2 prizes for the first section, so I don't know, you may want to give 2 prizes for the second section as well, but anyway, it's up to you whether you give 1 prize or 2, but anyway, it just lists the 2 eligible pairs that would get a prize if you chose to give it to them. Okay, we'll close that. Now one other thing, we can select, we can change the title of the tournament if we want to. Probably don't have to do that too much. What else can we do? Master points. We can generate the master points for this entire tournament, which is what you'll want to do after you're happy that the overall result has been corrected. So this is a 5A tournament, and then create files, and that's it. So the master point files for this tournament for all sections, all sessions, and the overall has now been generated, and in due course they will be sent to New Zealand Bridge. You can do that as many times as you like, of course. If you change the result, then you'll want to recreate the master points, and then maybe a few days after the tournament is over, when you're happy that everything is as good as it's going to get, then maybe you create the master point files at that point. We can create a restricted pairs result, so let's have a look at that. So with restricted pairs, so we click that, and do we want to calculate a restricted pairs result? We say yes, and it's saying that for whatever reason we haven't got a grading for Daphne. We'll give her an open, Shanti, and I don't quite know why these aren't found, but I'm going to abort that. I'm not quite sure why we should be finding these players' names and or their gradings and for whatever reason. I'll come back to that anyway. I'm going to abort that just by pushing an X. So we haven't created an overall result here. A few other print options and whatever other options here, but you can play with those as you wish. I'll come back and look at the restricted pairs results in a subsequent video. That's about it for now.